Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at Campaign Trail. This is a 1 to 8 player hand management, resource management political game where you take the role of a presidential candidate. You'll be moving across the country, campaigning and debating, trying to become the president of the United States. How do you become the president and win the game? By having the most electoral college votes at the end of 3 months and 2 debates. Now that we know what the winning condition is, let's take a look at the components, set up, and how gameplay works in Campaign Trail. Now let's take a look at the components. Some of the components are from the Kickstarter edition of the game. You have the main game board. This is two-sided. One is for the base game and one is for the Green Party expansion. Across the top of the main board you have the actions: travel, fundraise, register, advertise, campaign, and politic. In the middle of the board you have the map. Each state has an abbreviation, total votes, a tiebreaker party, the main tiebreaker is on the left, and the secondary is on the right. Campaign and debate topics below. On the right side of the main game board, you have the turn order, and at the bottom, you have the indicated spaces for cards and tiles. Electoral College track. These are 4 tracks based on the party. Electoral College counters. This has the number of votes and the state. Debate city markers, debate issue markers, and each of the players, you have player boards, turn order markers, home state markers, which marks the candidate's home state, candidate tokens, which marks the location, voter counters in 1, 3, and 5, debate arena tiles, which are double-sided with the solo register track, candidate cards, you have a title, starting money, starting voters, advantage, disadvantage, and depiction. There's a different picture on both sides. Debate topic cards, they have a title and issues. Action cards have the reference state at the top. Next to that are debate issues, and around the outside you have the actions. And in the middle you have a map that has advertising and campaign. Money cards in 10 and 20, solo play cards, reference books, and your rule book. Now let's take a look at the setup. We're going to be setting this up for a 3-player game which takes 18 steps. Step 1, place the main board in the center of the play area. Step 2, place the Electoral College track above the game board. Step 3, place the Electoral College counters. Place them in their primary tiebreaker party row. Step 4, create undecided voter supply. Place all 1, 3, and 5 vote tokens next to the game board, within reach of the corresponding party. Step 5, place committed voters. Place 2 voters of the primary party in each state on the board. This would be the tiebreaker party on the left. Step 6, create money supply. Separate the money cards and place them on their corresponding spaces at the bottom left of the main board. Step 7, get candidate. Shuffle and deal 2 candidate cards to each player. Choose one and discard the rest back to the box. Step 8, shuffle and deal action cards. Shuffle the action cards and deal 5 to each player. Step 9, place remaining action cards. Divide the remaining action cards into 3 equal stacks and place them on their corresponding month spaces at the bottom of the main board. Step 10, get player components. Choose a party and give each player a player board, booklet, home state marker, and candidate pawn. Step 11, players get registered voters. Players will get the number of voters based on the candidate card. You'll get double if you are the only player in that party. Step 12, get your war chest. Get the money listed on the card. You will double the money if you are the only player in the party. Step 13, place the debate arena. Place the debate arena centerpiece next to the board with the tracks of the active parties equidistant around. Step 14, shuffle and select debate topics. Shuffle the debate topics, draw 2 and place them on their corresponding spaces on the main board. Step 15, select 2 debate cities. Randomly select 2 debate cities and place them on their corresponding spaces on the main board. Step 16, place debate issues. Place the 6 debate issues from the first debate topic on the center circle on the debate arena, placing the rest to the side. Step 17, choose a home state. From the cards in your hand, players will choose a reference state to be their home state, placing their home state marker, candidate pawn, and placing 2 undecided voters in the state. These would be from the undecided voter pools near the players. Step 18, choose a first player. The party of the player that most recently voted goes first, placing the turn order markers in clockwise order. Now let's take a look at the gameplay. A game consists of 3 months or rounds, August, September, and October. For August and September rounds, players will take turns until the deck runs out, when we will have a debate. In October, at the end of the round, we would have the election day. So it would go August, first debate, September, second debate, October, and then the election. Within each month, you have player turns, which takes 4 steps. Step 1, choose an action card to play. Step 2, carry out the action. Step 3, discard the card. And Step 4, draw back up to 5 cards. Now let's look at each of the 6 possible actions on a turn. You have support actions, which are on the left side, or direct, which are on the bottom or right side. Starting with the support actions. The first action is travel. This is the T in the top left. You would move your candidate pawn. A number is that many states away. A plane is to move to any of the 10 cities. Plane plus 1 is to move to any city plus 1 additional state. And 5, or plane, is to move to any city or up to 5 states. The second action, fundraise. This is F in the middle left. You would gain the indicated money to your war chest. The third action, register. This is R in the bottom left. You would gain this many undecided voters and add them to your registered voter supply. The direct actions, where you get to place voters. The fourth action is advertise. This is A in the top right. You would advertise to place voters at a reduced cost that are separated geographically by advertising on an issue. You would carry this out in 3 steps. Pay $20 per issue on the card you want to advertise. Step 2, check to make sure you have enough registered voters. And step 3, place 1 voter in each state with the issue you paid to advertise. The fifth action, campaign. This is C in the bottom right. You would place voters in states closer together, but at a higher cost. This is carried out in 3 steps. Step 1, check that your candidate pawn is in a state listed. Step 2, pay $60. And step 3, distribute up to 6 voters among the states listed. Keep in mind that a home state icon indicates your home state region. The sixth action, politic. These are partisan actions. You have an instant or the lightning bolt. You would carry out the action and discard the card. Ongoing or the infinity symbol, play it to the table in front of you, and starting your next turn, carry out the effects. And response or the arrow. This is only played on another player's turn and it's in response to their action. Then you would discard the card. Then turns would continue until the last card is drawn from the month's deck. We would finish that group of turns, and for August or September, we would go to a debate. Keep in mind that you would draw from the next month if you need to. To carry out a debate, you carry out 3 steps. Step 1, prepare for the debate. Reset the turn order based on the Electoral College, first going first, and move your candidate to the debate city for free. Resolve any unprepared or debate prep actions. Step 2, debate rounds. There are 3 rounds in turn order. Players play cards to advance issues on their debate track. It must have at least 1 current issue in gray at the top. You advance the issues in gray towards you for each icon. Any issue not being debated could be added as a rabbit trail. Step 3, voter reaction. Resolve each debate issue going in turn order. Place undecided voters in each state that has the matching icon based on the final location in the debate. For 1, 2, 3, or 4, you would place 1, 2, 3, or 5 voters. Then refresh your hand limit. Keep in mind to always check for Electoral College vote adjustments when votes are added. Then we would go to the next month and debate until the end of October and Election Day. You would resolve any end-of-game actions in turn order. Then the player with the most Electoral College votes is the winner and the next president and wins campaign trail.